about a business partner, my encouragement is that you're aware of the people who have the skill sets that maybe you lack. Sometimes, for example, two creative people together can be a wonderful thing. However, if you both lack detail, then it can be problematic. Think about getting a business partner who complements the skills deficit that you have. That can enable you to be a stronger team together. But we also need to be mindful of personality clashes, the different ways that we do things. Plus, consider what you might do as and when conflict arises. Every relationship will have ruptures. What is fundamental is how we repair those relationships. If you have someone who's particularly stubborn and unnecessarily difficult, it may result in only one person being compromising and being open to change. That could make things very difficult. What steps will you put in place should conflict arise? Ego. We all have one. It's important to be conscious of your ego and how your ego can be unhelpful in your business. Do you want the accolade? Do you want the rewards of success? Is it important for you to be able to display them? If so, this can be particularly problematic. Developing an awareness of your own ego, the things that make you feel better about yourself, the things that make you feel good about yourself is important. But sometimes, especially in conflict, our ego can show up the most. This is where we may not want to let things go. It can be where we lock heads with people. Remember, when we have our own business, we are putting ourselves out there. We invest a lot of time and effort into building the vision and bringing it to our lives. It's understandable that this can take over, and we must be mindful because work-life balance is of paramount importance. We are not our business, although our business takes up a lot of our time. So it's also important that we develop other aspects of our identity in order to avoid burnout and overwhelm. Developing your awareness around your ego can be crucial to the effectiveness of your business. Do check out theorists, psychologists like Dr. Wayne Dyer on Edge God Out, which is ego, in order to develop your awareness at a greater length. Our egos. We all have one. Some of us won't like to admit it. We'd like to think we're humble, but ultimately we all have an ego. And that shows up most acutely in our business. It's because we've invested so much in the business, in our vision. We've sacrificed, we've taken a risk. And we must be careful because our ego can result in stubbornness, us not being able to take on feedback and wanting things on our term. Often this can result in us kind of swimming upstream and going against the tide. It's not great for your greatness. Sometimes we need to learn the art of letting go and surrender. Surrender does not necessarily mean you are giving up. We need to be mindful of becoming greedy and outcome focused, especially when it can be detrimental to us. Also, our relationship with risk. Are you risk averse or a risk taker?